welcome to the explanation of StopWatch project. So this is the HTML page of the project. So we have given the title as StopWatch, and I have made use of two Google font libraries. One is called Pacific, and the other one is called VT323. And coming to the body of the HTML page, I have title, I have the timer body, where I have individual elements for minutes, seconds, and milliseconds, and bottom which I have the controls division div, which has button start, button stop, and button reset. Coming to the CSS file, so I have made the background color to black, and the title we have made some margin to make sure that it comes to the center of the page, and background color and font family has been given as required. And coming to the title, timer, this is to ensure that the timer div sits in the middle of the page, and the sizing has been the units used is with respect to viewport width, so that it gets adjusted to the varying browser size, or by changing the browser width. So that part has been taken care, and this is the minute, seconds, and milliseconds divs, where the display is set to flex, so that they completely occupy the space of that parent div. And we have changed the font family to the imported Google font, and the rest of the things are pretty much same, to ensure they are in the right position, and their color is as per the expectations. And on a button tag, on hover, we have changed the cursor shape to pointer. Coming to the JavaScript file, we have three timer objects, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. I have got them by element by ID. Three button objects, start, stop, and reset buttons, and the variables used within this project is seconds counter, minutes counter, and milliseconds counter, which are initialized with 0. And started is a variable that I have used to ensure, or to handle multiple clicks on the start button, and not invoke start timer function in the background again and again. So stop timer is a function which just clears the interval ID, and start timer is a function which sets the value of started to true, and which invokes the set interval function. So here I first increase the milliseconds counter, and then check what is the value of it, and corresponding to which I increase the corresponding seconds counter, or just increase the milliseconds counter. If the seconds counter is 60, I reset the value of seconds counter to 0, and change the minutes and increase the minute counter. And if it is less than 10, just to ensure that it is taking two places, we are taking care of it, that is being taken care in this code. Two spaces, it's not a single digit, to ensure that it's, if it is less than 10, 0 and 1 is represented. And if none of these conditions are satisfied, then we are directly changing the seconds in our HTML to seconds counter, and milliseconds is reset to 0. And if in case it is not equal to 100, and if it is less than 10, again, to ensure that it has two digits, we are doing this. And if not, we are just increasing the, or changing the value of the milliseconds in our HTML. And this call is made for 10 milliseconds, because we are using only two we are using 2 units of milliseconds to represent. And coming to the event handling part, start button on click, first I'll check if the started parameter is set to false, so that if it is already started, I do not invoke the start timer again. I do nothing, and once the stop button is clicked, we stop the timer and reset the, or set the started function to false, so that after clicking on stop button, if a start button is clicked, it will start the timer again. Reset button will do the stop timer and reinitialize all the values, and this is to ensure that it is taking 2 units in the display. Coming to the project itself, This is the functionality. If I click on start, you can see there are no console logs, and clicking on stop will stop at the current position, and clicking on reset will reset it. So once clicking on start and doing start, that part is taken care, and clicking on reset, it directly stops and resets the timer. So this is about it, and thank you.